is up, everybody? Welcome to the Wingin podcast. Jack, how you doing, man?
I'm good, my brother. How about yourself?
I am making it. Quick thing before we get started. I know on Blue Sky, on Discord, and on Twitter, I put up a link to Amazon. They got Lexer has their 1 terabyte Express micro SD cards. Mine came today. It was
Nice.
$199. So, and mine right now, my Switch 2 is doing the games that I want to bring over to that because let's be real, people. These game file sizes are not getting smaller. No. So you're probably going to need 512 ain't going to cut it. It's probably going to be a terabyte. I'm pretty sure a terabyte ain't going to be able to cut it after a while. But it is what it is. You want
to keep offloading and loading your games up.
Yeah, and I don't like doing that because sometimes I'll put a game down and want to go back to it. Like, for instance, Streets of Rage 4. Sometimes I want to go back to it. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, Shredder's Revenge. I want to come back to it. So it's one of those situations. So they do have it on Amazon. You can check our Discord, or if you follow me on Blue Sky or Twitter, you should be able to see where I linked to that. And it's actually, I think, I paid $199 for it. So that's the cheapest one I've seen, and it works like it's supposed to. So. Yeah, that's just want to make sure everybody knows that. So make sure if you're looking for one, go ahead and scoop it on up just so you'll go and have it. I know some people talking about getting a Switch 2 for Christmas. You might as well go and get that 1 terabyte.
Yeah, because it ain't gonna be no. Oh, I got this now. Let me go buy this. Nope. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna go on sale around that time too.
Yeah. So just make sure if that's what you're looking for, go ahead and scoop it up while you got a chance before it sells out.
Yeah.
All right. So what you been playing, man?
Pokemon. It ain't no point of playing nothing else right now, bro. Like it's literally getting to that point in the game where it is really, really good. Not to mention you kind of have to start deciding who your team's gonna be. Okay. And that's where I was like, I really had to buckle down to figure out, like, okay, who's going to be in the squad. And I still probably have like a slot left that I'm kind of exchanging back and forth between, I think, like Gengar and Ampharos. Like, I'm trying to figure out if I want to go the Thunder route or the Ghost route. But I've run into quite a few Pokemon that Gengar can handle more than Ampharos can. But they both got Megas, so cool. But other than that, man, I honestly just playing that and watching my kids play it. I got to get back into Shinobi for sure. Because that's one of those games that I feel like if I stay away from it too long, I might have to go through tutorials again. Once I start getting my combos down, but but that's what I've been playing, man.
So did you get through the infamous 17?
So
because people have been crashing out, dude. There have been so many people crashing out.
Look,
they are mad as hell about 17.
I was prepared because I saw all the tweets and I said I was prepared. I knew when 17 showed up, I was frothing at the mouth. I was like, I can't wait to get in there because one, I have a Pyroar already, but it was a female Pyroar. Okay. And so in there they have, it's like 6 female Pyroars and then the male Pyroar, but he's alpha on top of that. So I didn't know at the time when I got there, they was all asleep.
Like, oh, okay.
all around each other, just knocked out. I was like, oh, this is perfect. Greninja, hey, surf, drown them up. Yeah. Boy, he washed the whole squad out. The Alpha Pyroar, he had like half power left. So I'm like, it's cool because I just end up throwing the Pokeball and catching him. But yeah, when I tell you I wiped the whole squad out with a surf, drowned them in they sleep.
Bro, I've seen so many people crashing out. They went to 17 too early.
Yeah,
I've seen so many people crashing out.
Yeah, I think
I'm better than this. This don't make no sense. I'm like, bro,
because they ridiculous. They just keep using Earth power over and over again. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? And there's so many of them too, and it's like, goodness. But yeah,
it's just. I don't mean to laugh. It's just funny because people are like, because you got people that's like, I know what I'm doing. They just set their team up already, and they just like, it don't work because they just.
And there's a few situations like that. There's so they have cafes in the game, but then there's certain cafes where you go in there and you hold battles, like he does battle tournaments. So the first time you do it is free, but after that, like some of them charge you like 30 grand. Another one charge you by like 15, another one charge you 5. But
Ain't too bad.
These battles are a little different though. So, like for example, when I did the first one, I was like, all right, cool, it's part of the mission, it's whatever. The second one was like, hey, you gotta go through all 5 of these trainers and no heal. And I couldn't even make past the second one. I was like, I'll be back. Like, and when I came back with my 50s and 60s, I was like, yeah, we handled business. But but yeah, it's they got some challenges on here for sure.
Well, that's good. That's good, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And that's
yes, sir.
That's the most important thing, despite what some people would believe, which I will be. So we will be getting to that. That's hence the name of the episode, Paid Shillin. So yeah, but I've been playing Shinobi as well, and I went ahead and finally picked up South of Midnight. I thought it was going to come to the Switch, but apparently it's not coming to the Switch. I'm still holding out hope for Expedition 33. But bruh, South of Midnight is good. Like, look, I get it. It ain't everybody cup of tea because some people don't like to talk about slavery. Some people don't like to talk about the South. Get over yourself. This is actually a good little game, bro. And plus the soundtrack is banging. Somebody could have warned me about Chapter 3 though, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Whoever been playing this game, y'all could have warned somebody about Chapter 3. I ain't never want to come through a doggone TV and punch a character in the face so bad. But yeah, I'm enjoying myself for South of Midnight. I'm having a whole lot of fun. I love the stop motion style that they got. With the art style is banging. Seeing it in motion and seeing how they do it, I don't even notice it.
Okay.
I don't even notice it. So
every playthrough I've seen, people turned it off, and I'm like, well, that's a part of the game, y'all. Like, dang.
Like it's not. It's So I look. Say what you want to say. I'm having fun, and the story is actually good. I like the way the story is set up. But then again, I think the other reason why I like because I like different art styles. I'm not a graphics dude. I like different art styles. I love art. So I'm noticing that a lot of people they don't like art. So that's why they can't differentiate between art style and graphics. It's the same reason why you have people sit and say, "Oh man, if Xenoblade Chronicles 3 was on the PS5, it'll look and play so much better." No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. That's the art style, bro.
Yeah.
It's an art style. It's what you're complaining about is the art style. It has nothing to do with the graphics, bro.
Yeah. And if you don't prefer the art style, that's cool. But
that's cool. That's your
like
thing.
I said,
but
some people can't distinguish the difference between the two.
Yeah. And like I'm enjoying this. So yeah, this game is fun. On Chapter 4 about to take on the alligator from the trailer. So this is gonna be hilarious.
Okay.
It's gonna be hilarious. But and I don't know why they made that catfish sound like Remy LeBeau. That dude sounds like Gambit. I'm talking about Gambit from X-Men the animated series. I'm like,
oh boy, heavy Creole. Okay.
Heavy Creole. I'm like, did you eat jambalaya before you did your lines or something? What the world? So
yeah, I gotta play that one, man. I hate that I can't play it, but it's all good. I'll wait, and hopefully if I'm one of the ones that dive into that new Xbox system, then that's how I end up playing it. But yeah, because I was hoping it was coming to Switch, and I still got hope too. But we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah. But yeah, it's fun. They have different modes for it and everything, and for those that want the challenge, for those that just want to like do the story. Like me personally, when I first play a game like this, I just want to get the story out of the way. So, I'm playing on the story mode so I can get through the story, and then I'll go back and try to, on my second playthrough, I'll actually try to challenge myself a little bit. Okay. But I'm enjoying it, and it's a lot of fun. But then again, I got to think about it again. I am one of those 80s kids that used to love Will Vinton's Claymation Christmas and all that stuff. So I don't mind stop motion. Like some people hate stuff. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me like it bothers other people. Right. And plus, like I said, when I play it, I don't see the problem. I just, my eyes get used to it and I'm good to go. But then again, I had to put that back in perspective. I love different art styles.
Yep.
A lot of people don't. So
I know what they were shooting for. Everybody wasn't shooting for realism.
Yeah.
So I know what you're shooting for, and if you hit the mark, then yeah, you did exactly what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. So I'm enjoying that, and I will let y'all know when I finish it. So that's fun. So we had first things first. Before we get into all the stuff that's coming to Switch 2, then all these trailers and the Halo thing. I know y'all want to talk about Halo. We're gonna talk about it. Let's go on and get the Kirby Air Riders second direct out the way. We did do a live react. So check that vid out if you haven't had a chance to. If y'all get mad at Sakurai for saying there ain't no DLC in this,
I don't know what to say for you, bro.
I don't know what to tell you, bro. It's like,
I don't know what to do. It's disgusting at this point. Like, it's what do you do with that?
Yeah, I'm like, bro, like the man basically packed out a racing game.
Yeah.
Out a racing game, like to the point where I'm like, it was on my that looks interesting list to day one. That's how much they did.
Yeah, because when we were watching it, you know, I made a comment about when he mentioned there was a second direct. Man, how many people were like, why does he need a second one? Why is this happening? It doesn't we saw everything, and it's like,
no, you didn't.
But how do you know? Like, this isn't like a remake of Kirby Air Ride. This is a brand new game. So why would you fix yourself to say, well, what more do we need to know?
Fix your mouth to say that.
This is Sakurai, first and foremost. But second of all, this is a game that he was asked to do. This is a passion project, you can tell for sure. And you see what he does with Smash. So why would you even remotely think, okay, well, you know what? He's just going to use a second one for nothing. Why would he ask for a second one if he didn't have more to show you? Like that man has never gotten on any of these directs and was like, oh, I'm just going to show you gameplay. No,
he actually breaks it down, dude.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie. I loved his, those little, when he was showing people how gaming works, dude, I'm like, blow my mind half the stuff he was talking about. And I'm like, and it was all in like, I think the longest video was like 9 or 10 minutes.
Okay.
They were all in like all in short chunks. I'm like, bruh, I'm sitting here like, he put so much stuff in there, like to the point, even if you need to get a quick game in, just do top down view.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. And so he even mentioned that's for like casual gamers. Yeah. If you're not into like trying to figure out how to do all the rigmarole and try to figure out how to do all the stuff in the real racing or try to get into city trials at all, hey, we got top down or top riders for casual players. And he's like, that's okay to make, you know, for casual players that don't want to get into the full flesh of the game. But he really, to me, he knocked this out the park. He had me excited when I first saw the game because, like I mentioned, I never played the first Air Rider. So I only knew of City Trial because of people that played the game. Like they would clamor so much about City Trial. I'm like, what the hell is City Trial? And when you would watch people play it, you wouldn't understand it. Like I didn't understand what City Trial was. But then watching this direct, not only did he give me knowledge on what all that stuff was and what was the purpose behind it, but then also improved upon it along with adding extra stuff too. So I joked about having my garage tricked out like Pimp My Ride, but I'm for sure, for real, getting ready to do that. Like it's about to be tricked out for sure.
And then that story mode, like, bro, what in the world is he cooking up?
Yeah.
So, that went from, you know what, I'll probably pick it up next year to, you know what, I can move stuff around.
It came at the right time, right before Thanksgiving too. So it's definitely a toss between Riders and World that's getting played at Thanksgiving with the Cuzzos for sure.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that the first one does come to NSO because like I never played the first one either, so I would love to give it a shot out on NSO. And I'm glad he actually using the GameCube controller.
Yeah,
you got multiple control options. That's the one thing I will give Nintendo, that even when people were complaining during the Wii U, I'm like, bro, they gave you so many different control options. Why are you complaining?
So I have a question. This is something that's always set with me. We've had quite a few controllers with Nintendo in general. Nintendo's pretty old. especially in the gaming space. But GameCube is the one that continues to show its face. Is that like there has to be more to why they keep bringing this damn thing back?
Well, at first I thought it was just because people were asking. Because
with
look,
Smash
the GameCube controller is hella comfortable, whether
right.
people want to believe it or not. It's very comfortable.
Right.
And most of those games on the GameCube, it was just felt right.
Yeah.
It just did. But now it's like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Y'all really are going hard in the paint for this controller.
Yeah, like I don't understand it. And Trinell, to your point, but they don't even use analog anymore.
Yeah, they don't.
So it's like, so I can understand if like, okay, cool, it's a nostalgic controller and we brought it back this one time. It comes back every time.
Yeah. And then on top of that, like for the Wii U and the Switch, they didn't tell you what all games it worked on.
No.
You just had to figure it out. It was more than just Smash and it was more than just Smash and Mario Kart. There were other games that it worked on too. And that's another thing. And I know me and Andre joked about this a while ago. Like sometimes I hate that they want you to figure stuff out. Just give me a list.
Yeah.
Just give me a list.
But I figure they never tested it. So they just say if it works, it works, but we're not testing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I look at all their controllers. Now I have my top 3 for Nintendo is GameCube, Wii U, and then now the Switch Pro controller. What is it like the Pro 2 controller?
Yeah, Pro 2.
So those are my top 3. But I know the GameCube is going to be around longer than the other 2.
Yeah, they are.
I
didn't expect them to bring it back when they did it for the Wii U. I didn't expect them to do it.
No,
I didn't. They did it for Smash Brothers, and they did it for Mario Kart. And I'm like, hey,
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a great controller. It really is. And they said that they took inspiration from that controller for the current the Switch 2 Pro controller.
Yeah, I can see that.
But even with that, it still feels a lot better. I just don't know what it is about that controller, but the fact that they keep bringing it back is amazing to me. And at first I thought it was just a Smash thing because they, Smash, but then they let Powerade make a version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they brought it back themselves with NSO. So I'm like, all right, this controller gonna be around for a long freaking time. Like they don't bring back Super Nintendo controllers like that other than NSO or the NES or any of the other controllers like that.
I'm like, because like the NES and the SNES, and you can only use those with those NSO. Like you can use that GameCube controller outside of the NSO.
Yeah.
Now they don't tell you what all games you can, but you can pretty much figure it out.
Hey, plug it up and figure it out.
Yeah, basically. I just hate that they do that. But yeah, that second direct, yes, it's an hour, but Sakurai gets to get whatever time frame he needs.
Yeah,
to do his stuff. He's earned that.
But it's deliberate, and I think somebody said it in the comments when we were watching. He's pretty much the manual. So when you get this game, you really don't have to go into tutorial. He's explained it already.
Can I just say one thing? He needs to stop embarrassing us regular normal folks. Like he put that damn thing, like we did Top Ride, he put it on 9. And everybody knows that the way his scale is, 9 is the toughest.
Correct.
Like he made it look so easy. Know when you try it, it's not gonna go like that.
No. I was looking, I'm like, man, that looked very simple. Like he made it look simple.
Yeah.
But we all know Sakurai's disgusting. He's just like he does that with all the games that he makes. And I would assume and I would expect if I'm making a game, I better be a beast. There's no way I'm making a game and I'm gonna get washed. There ain't no way.
Because I'm sitting, I remember that Smash Brothers DLC where he put 2 Pro controllers side by side and played. I'm like, bruh, you're lying. Nope. Yep. And then you do this, and this. I'm just sitting at the screen. I'm just shooting a bird at the screen because I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm just shooting a bird at the screen because I'm just jealous. At this point, I'm just jealous.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does top ride, and it's at level 9, and he almost lapped the damn computer.
Yeah, that's disgusting. But yeah.
Now, when I tried, I'm gonna be crying.
I'm about to say just don't try two controllers. Don't try that. Just go out there and have fun. Because otherwise you're gonna be throwing stuff.
Basically.
But yeah, this is definitely a day one for me. For sure. This one, and then of course Age of Imprisonment. But
you got a new trailer for that.
Yeah, I saw that. And that's also got demos. Yeah, I'm like, sheesh, bro. Like it almost went to Walmart, but then I was like, do I want to deal with people today? No.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with people today because my Walmart, they was acting off chain. They was acting off chain the other day, man. I'm like, I ain't going in there for a while. So yeah. So yeah. So let's talk a little bit about that. Well, you know what? Before we get into that, to the stuff that got the trailers that dropped from like Wednesday on, the reason why we call this paid Shillin. So apparently last week when I had Jack and Sandstorm give their mini thoughts on Pokemon Za, apparently now if you play a game, invest time in it, and you tell people about it, apparently now you're a paid shield.
Yep.
So let me explain to you something, and if you take this the wrong way, you take it the wrong way. I'm not responsible for how you feel. If you brag about not playing the game, but going over to your friend's house and playing it for 10 minutes and then saying it's trash, I cannot take your opinion seriously.
No.
Because one, Pokemon is an RPG. 10 minutes ain't going to cut it.
Correct. Yep.
It ain't. So how can anybody take you seriously when you're bragging about saying, hey, I don't own this game, but I played it over to my friend's house for 10 minutes and it's trash? Dude, I can't take you seriously because
you didn't even give it a chance at that point.
RPG. It takes about how long the tutorial? Hour, 2 hours? RPGs usually don't even. I mean, looking at any Tales of game, the Xenoblade Chronicles game, it's 5-6 hours, and you still getting stuff.
You still getting used to it, and you might not even seen the title screen yet.
Yeah,
this is crazy.
And with Xenoblade, they showing you stuff throughout all those chapters. That first, the first like 10 hours, you may still be learning stuff that you need to do later on in the game. So 10 minutes ain't gonna cut it. So and on top of that, this channel we don't get paid. So if you don't play it, look, it ain't nothing wrong if that game ain't your cup of tea. I'll give you a perfect example. I do not like the way Fire Emblem plays. I don't trash it because I do like the lore and the story of it because I think the story is very interesting. Because it's basically Nintendo's version of Game of Thrones, which is
pretty much
weird. So, and I do like the Muso game, the Fire Emblem Warriors Muso game. I like that because that's more my speed. I just don't like the grid RPG setup, the turn-based grid setup. I don't like that setup. When I play turn-based, I like the stuff in like Grandia 2, Child of Light, Ruin King. That's the kind of turn-based I like. I don't like the grid stuff. I can't stand the grid stuff. You got to move here, and then I can't stand it. So, but I don't tell anybody that likes it that they are paid shield for enjoying it. They enjoy it. That's what they you know. That's just what they like. That don't make them. And I don't know what's up with this generation, but y'all gotta stop using words that don't mean what you think it means.
Yeah, they don't know the definitions of them.
Like they overuse shield, they overuse insecure, they overuse a plethora of words, and you're like, that don't mean what you think it means.
Yeah, like for me, like when you told me that, I'm like, okay, well, one, where to check it because I sure need it over here.
Yeah,
if I am, but then also two, what did I say? Because other than the fact that I even mentioned that there were issues with the game that I had noticed already. Yeah. So, like, even for example, if I have to re-up what I said, one, it's a very small issue, but it's an issue that exists. Sometimes throughout the game, I don't know what happens, but it just slows down. Like it goes, like it chugs a little bit and then it comes right back up. It happens maybe, I've been playing that game for, I think I clocked in 50 hours already. So out of 50 hours, I've seen it twice. So I saw it at the beginning of the game, and I saw it like one time I was playing in the middle. Don't know why. There's another issue with the game that I know they did it on purpose, so it's not like a glitch or anything. But if they could go and do an update for it, it'd be fantastic. The transition from day to night, they need to fix it, because if I'm in the middle of a fight or if I'm in the middle of catching a Pokemon, just because it switched to nighttime should not then in turn reset everything.
No,
Like, to me, that's insane. Like, imagine for those that are shiny hunting, and it's like, oh, there's a shiny. Soon as it goes night or it goes back to day, it's gone. There is no, you didn't do it, you didn't see it, it didn't exist. So they need to address that. As far as how the battle plays out, look, I know you move around, but hey, the best defense in this game, hide behind a bench or a bush. Nothing goes through benches or bushes. And so therefore your Pokemon can stand behind a bench the entire time and not take a single lick of damage. But as long as you use an attack that doesn't require to go like through anything, like say for example, like Psychic doesn't require to go through anything, or Twister, you can wash a Pokemon by just standing behind a bench, because that bench is like a barrier.
Gotcha.
So there's some things they do need to fix within the game, but that does not stop the gameplay in itself being solid. Like, it's solid gameplay. Some of the critiques I've heard, whether like, the city sounds are not there, voice acting, all that's subjective, but I can understand it. Like, it's valid criticism. But you will never hear me fix my mouth to say, oh, Game Freak can't be touched. You out your rap mind. Like, yes, they can improve substantially.
They can improve, yeah.
Like,
everybody can improve.
Oh, for sure. Like, they can, and I don't even say that off the strength of their money, because I'm not counting their pockets. And we all understand majority of money is done by the anime and the merchandise. It's not the game.
Merch. No, it's not the games.
The game's at the bottom of that totem pole. But I don't have to check their money. I don't have to check their pockets. I don't have to. The fact that you put it like this, I put Game Freak and Playtonic in the same field. I put the team that did Team Cherry. I put them all in the same field. The reason why I put them in the same field is they're all developers. They all opted to create and release a game. I don't care who has more money. I don't care who has a bigger budget. You've opted to make a game and put it out there. So I'm going to critique you the same. So if Silk Song came out and it ran horribly, I'm not going to lean on the fact that they had a 3-man team. Hold it a little bit longer until the shit's together. But same thing with Game Freak. Game Freak makes a gang of money. Fantastic. Get your shit together. Like, I'm not going to hold them to different standards. So for this game, if you are a fan of Pokemon, even if you're not, and you just want to see what it's like to see the mix up of this new battle system, which is amazing, and then also the online four-way battle, amazing, give it a shot. I wish they would give a demo, but give it a shot for sure.
No one will probably come next month.
With them jokers, they'll probably come 2 years from now. But either way,
we've got to release this.
But either way, man, like, I'm enjoying the game. I for anybody that thinks I'm a shill for enjoying the game, I would like to see the games that you enjoy, because to me at this point, you don't play games. If you call somebody a shill because they enjoy something, you don't play games. All you do is get on Twitter and you communicate with people about, well, not even communicate, because you're not talking to anybody. You're talking to people.
Negative. You're being negative to be negative. And I'm
just for the sake of it.
I don't. Most people that watch this podcast, y'all know how we get down, man. We joke a lot.
A lot.
We ain't
a lot.
We ain't like negative unless we play something like what happened with Last for Blood.
Yeah.
We had a legitimate gripes because we were playing that junk live and the junk happened.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't even count that as negative. Like, that was factual. That was telling the truth about it.
But people took it as we were hating. And I'm like, bro, you saw us playing it cut out on us 3 times.
Yeah. Actual footage of the game.
So, but they claimed we was hating.
But
whatever.
Yeah. That's why I don't interact. That's why I leave that crap to Shadow and Andre. Because it's like, I can't get into the back and forth. Anytime that anybody has come at me sideways about something, like directly to me sideways, I don't know if it's how I say it or how I come off, because I actually show my face. I don't play like that. Like, I'm not a violent individual, but I don't play like that. It's like, if I'm coming on here to have fun and have real conversation or real discourse about something that we all supposed to be enjoying, why in the world am I all types of B words, this and that and the third? Like, I ain't got to be all that. So,
and once again, most of the people that talk like that would not say that to your face.
Of course they wouldn't. Like I said, I don't claim to be the biggest dude, but I will lay you out. But it's just
that's why I missed the arcades. That's the main reason why I missed the arcades, because you weren't doing that mess in the arcade. I've seen one dude do that one time. Let's just say nobody called the cops. They just let him get beat down.
And rightfully so.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. Should have been putting in combo inputs with his face. But
and he never did it again.
No.
He never talked like that again. They beat it out of him. they literally beat it out of him.
Beat the hate out your system.
Yeah, they beat the hate straight up out of him. He never did it again, though. The most polite person afterwards.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, look, I enjoy Pokemon. Like I said, y'all even hear me, like y'all hear me 10 times over. I be on 2K's behind.
Yes.
But I still enjoy the game of basketball. Like, it hurts me to my core that that's the only game that's available. But at the same time, I'm not one that complains and not provide a solution. Because Sandstorm will tell you, I've been telling people to go play the Hoop. I'm forgetting the name because he changed the name of it. It's like Hoop Legends or whatever on mobile. It just went to Steam. He just got it on Steam.
Nice.
So it was like kudos to him. He worked hard to work the game by himself, and now it's officially on Steam. But Sandstorm's been playing that game left and right. So if you hear me complaining about something, I'm either going to come with a different game that you can play that I've played, or I've come with like ideas of like how they can adjust it and how they can fix it. Whether they listen to me or not is a whole different story. I'm not Andre, but you know, but it's one of those things to where you'll never hear me talk about a game sideways just for the sake of talking about it, or because I hear other people like it. Like this.
That's another thing I hate. I hate people that complain that have no solutions. No. Like the biggest one is the key card situation.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, I get people have strong emotions behind it, but you ain't coming with no solution. You just crying, which makes me believe renters do, and you got to get your that pretty much make me believe that. Because like I said, everybody's doing it. It's not just Nintendo. If you go on Microsoft, if you go on PlayStation, you're gonna see them. You're gonna see them little words in the bottom that says key card.
Yeah.
It is what it is at this point, man. I'm like, you didn't have a solution when people were when Capcom was putting the code in the box. But now that you're actually getting something tangible, you pissed off about it. But then when the developer actually tells you why they had to go that route, and that they were saying thank you for providing this route because now we can actually do this, and this. You excuse that because you're just mad.
Yeah.
So what's your solution? You don't have one. You're just screaming into the void. And if somebody says something, now look, they don't like me because I said, I'm like, no, you just don't have a solution, and you told on yourself.
Yeah. So, like I said, if you don't like a game, that's cool. Like I got a bunch of homies that's like, hey, look, that game just ain't for me, and that's cool because like even Jay just said, he don't care for Fire Emblem. I loved Three Houses, but we got difference of opinion on that. But we agree on the Warriors games. So I mean, it is what it is, and he's explained why he doesn't like it.
And to be fair, I love the story of Three Houses. That's crazy. Like them, like, bro, the world's worst high school reunion. Oh
boy,
the world's worst high school reunion.
Boy, but let me tell you.
But I'm sitting around like, this would be a dope anime.
Yeah,
I was like, this would be a dope anime. But I'm like, but then again, I'm like, yeah, this is gonna have to be kind of rated R because some of this stuff, I'm like, bro, come on, dog, you can't be. I don't know how you get away with this one. This ain't Kirby where you can like make it all cute and cuddly, and then last half of the game is nothing but some George Romero body horror night of the Living Dead mess, and nobody knows about it. So since we are Shields, Jack.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask you a question. So since we Shields, what game series would you shield for? I think you already know what mine is.
A game series would I shield for?
Yeah, if you could.
Mystical Ninja.
Ah,
I would chill for Mystical Ninja. I would go to hell and back for that franchise simply because it's like
please bring it back.
it really like it hits every part. Like I love comedy. It has the goofy comedy. I love the art style. I love the characters. I love the gameplay. Like everything about that game. Even the 2D games, I got an opportunity to actually play those, like going back and playing those on like the Super Nintendo. And then even getting the chance to play, because I don't know when that game came out. We were on Mystical, I mean Super Jesus. Mystical Ninja when we were playing on the 64, but I never knew a 2 came out. And I think it was only Japan, or I could be wrong. But we never got an opportunity to play it. Yeah, there was a 2. But that was, they went back to side scroll even though it was on the 64. So I don't know why they did that, but you know, I guess they just went back to the origins of it. But all in all, playing the games, it was still enjoyable. The music is amazing. So no one, if you talking about Shillin, but I look, hey Jack, you see that? I don't see nothing. Like this is the best game, 10 out of 10, music 10, graphics 10. As a matter of fact, it's the most graphical game. Last of Us who? Grand Theft Auto 6 who? Mystical Ninja. Like
because to be fair, I think there's everybody that's a gamer has their favorite series.
For sure.
I think we all got our favorite series. Like mine is Zelda and Metroid. Y'all know that.
Yeah, we know that for sure.
But like everybody got their favorite. So it's one of those situations like, even the people that love to hate on people for having fun, they got their favorite. And the truth of the matter is you just do. So if somebody says, hey, oh, you like that? Well, you're a shield. That don't make sense. You just like the game. that's all it is. Like
weird, man. Like
weird for no reason. So also being weird is Ubisoft. All right, so explain to me why you gave us a 58-second Assassin's Creed 2 Assassin's Creed Shadows trailer and it releases December 1st.
Look,
do you not know what's coming out that week?
they know, they understand what's about to happen. They're not stupid. Somebody told them you got to get this game out this year. I don't think they accounted for Metroid to come out that same freaking week. I really don't.
But it's like that. Octopath Traveler 0, the Marvel Cosmic Invasion. It's not.
Oh yeah, I forgot about. It's not just that.
It's like, bro, what the hell is going
on? But look, I don't know what Ubisoft. Look, we all know where Ubisoft is going to get their sales, and where it's going to trump all those games is going to beat them in price.
Yeah, that New Year's sale gonna be off the chain, bro.
If that's what we want to call it. But it's like they just throw sales just to have a sale.
Dude, because I remember when what was that game with the Greek gods in it that they did?
Geez, I was just looking at it on my Switch.
Yeah, so because remember that was what been the Breath of the Wild killer. I'm like,
but it was a good game, though.
Game, but that was like y'all should have never did that. But the funny thing about it was, I'm like, bro, it came out. I want to say either November, December of that year, and I swear, I think it was the New Year's sale, the one they do right after Christmas, and they do it like the first week of the year through like the second. Usually like a week to 2.5. Immortal Phoenix, thanks, Dark Void.
Yeah, there you go.
So it was already on sale on that New Year's. I'm like, bro, it just came out.
They don't care.
So I'm like, bro.
I got the game for free. Like my cousin was working at GameStop. She was like, oh, dude, like they just handing out Immortal Phoenix Rising on the Switch code for free for employees. You want it? Sure. And that's how I got the game. Like they were giving it to GameStop employees for free.
Bro, so I'm sitting here like, y'all gonna do it because I actually wanted to get Shadows, but I was like, I'm betting it's gonna come to the Switch. I'm betting it's coming to the new Switch. So I held off because I like the story of Yasuke. I actually read up on it, did some research on it, and
okay,
yeah. So I actually like that story, So I was actually gonna pick it up anyway. I had plans on picking it up, but I'm like, wait a minute, y'all doing this the same week as Metroid Prime and Marvel Cosmic Invasion? You're not getting bought,
sir. You better wait for that damn sale. You better wait for that sale that's gonna happen the week after it dropped. Because that's exactly what they're gonna do. They're gonna because they haven't even said the price of the game yet. I don't think.
No, I don't even need to know it's gonna be on sale. When I'm buying, it's gonna be on sale.
Yeah, it's gonna be about $30 when you get it. Because honestly, I'm not buying. I'm never buying a Ubisoft game at full price, bro. It's not happening. The only reason why I got Outlaws at the time I got it is because it came with the DLC. But as we know, it's already on sale again. And I'm like,
yep.
It's like I'm gonna learn my lesson one of these days. But it's like, no, I'm not buying another Ubisoft game at full price, bro. They don't cherish their own franchise, so why should I care?
Yeah, they don't. They don't. I'm like, bro, I'm talking about like game just came out and they'll throw it on sale.
Yep.
Not wait a year, not wait 6 months, not wait 3 months. They'll put it on that same month.
They might even put it out the next day as it releases. And let Ubisoft get froggy, boy. They'll drop the sale in a heartbeat. I don't know who they trying to appease. I don't know what they. I got a feeling that Ubisoft has not necessarily like a revenue figure. I think they have like a sales figure. And it's like, hey, look, we promise that we're going to sell this amount of copies in this time frame. And they're going to sell for sure because they're going to make sure them games get off because they don't care if they drop it down to $10. You buying that game.
Yeah. We're going to put this game down if we have to. But you're going to buy it because we're going to make that price too appealing.
Bro, you going to talk about sale tomorrow.
And if you're a parent, you're going to buy it because you're going to be like, oh, I ain't got to, hold on. You can get this for $30 when its original price $80. Yeah, you finna get that game.
I don't know what they're doing, but I will say for the game in itself, the lore appeases me. Now the Assassin's Creed portion of it is kind of what's got me on
because that part.
So like, and I'm trying not to like. I have my go-tos, and I think any and everybody here has like their go-to reviewer. I have two go-tos, and for them to both say the same thing, and I'm like, they didn't say the game was bad. Like they say it's an okay game, and one of their biggest gripes about it was when you think about Assassin's Creed, like being able to traverse around, hop up on roofs, and sneak and do X, Y, and Z. You can't do that with both characters though, because Boy just too brolic. Like you can't sneak around, you can't jump on that. He's too big.
Yeah, well, he shouldn't be doing that. That's the whole purpose of having a ninja.
Correct, and that's where I think like if you want to use him, it's like you can't do the Assassin's Creed type stuff, so you have to ensure that you switch back to the other character. So I mean, like I said, I want to try it for myself, but
because I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game in a while. Anyway, I think the last one I played was Odyssey. So, and that was because I like the whole story of the Spartans. So I don't buy Assassin's Creed games like that. I'm not one of those. I got to buy every last one of them. No, I think the only ones I've bought is Black Flag, Odyssey, and I'm gonna get Shadows.
I'm trying to think, did I?
Outside of the ones the Ezio stuff. The Ezio stuff I got just because Ezio was cool.
Yeah. Ezio what was Odyssey?
It was Origins, Odyssey,
those
Valhalla.
Are the two I bought. Yeah, Valhalla I played on Game Pass and I was like, nah, I'm cool. But Odyssey and Origin, those were my go-to for a minute.
Bake was off the chart, man.
Yeah.
Bake was a homie. So that, and then we got Halo. Combat Evolved Remastered. And they put on there coming to the PS5. And now apparently now you got GameStop putting out stuff talking about the console wars is over. Like, you mean the stuff that y'all pretty much tried to make money off of for over a decade and a half
and failed
miserably to the point where y'all had to shut down stores because you make more money if you're not biased.
It's kind of how things are supposed to work.
Yeah. So especially if you're in a niche business, because once again, gaming is niche. No matter what people want to tell you, gaming is very much still niche.
Yeah,
So
it really is. Now, why is it that I'm seeing so much excitement for this?
because I think, well, to be fair, I know me and Shadow Fox have said this on multiple occasions because we saw the writing on the wall back in the AGN with Microsoft, because Microsoft kept passing out them blank checks. You can't you can't survive like that. You
Out
just
here
can't,
tricking.
especially when you don't really have exclusives like
Correct.
that.
Yeah.
I think the only two real exclusives they had was Gears and Halo. So I think the thing is, people are happy, or they think that this is gonna force everybody to go to make their games for everything. That's not gonna happen.
No.
Nintendo ain't like that. Nintendo ain't built like that, and they actually have cash on hand. Sony and Microsoft do not like that. They don't.
Yeah.
No matter what you want to believe, Sony does not have cash on hand. Microsoft game division does not have cash on hand. Now, Microsoft as a whole, yes. Game division, no. If you just took out their game division just by themselves, both of them would have been shuttered their doors back in the 8th gen, back in the 9th gen. No, actually in the 8th gen. If Microsoft wasn't a computer company, it was just a games company, and they were doing the stuff they were trying to pull, they wouldn't have lasted. They would have both had to shut down in the 8th gen. Because y'all do remember, Sony was an electronics conglomerate. When the last time you heard of Vio?
Wow.
And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I was just curious because from what I remember, from the Sony side, Xbox has no games. Okay. On the Xbox side, Halo, this last Halo, wasn't it? Halo Infinite wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
So when I'm looking at both sides, there should be no excitement for this. Like granted, this is like the remake of the first game.
Yeah.
But we just had something similar to that in the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, and that's the other thing about this. I'm like, okay, so what are we actually saying here?
Yeah.
Now, if the big thing they did, because I did watch the roundtable.
Okay.
So the big thing from the roundtable is they're using Unreal Engine 5. I wouldn't brag about that. I would not be bragging about that. But that's what they're using to do Combat Evolved, the remake or whatever. Okay, but I don't think that's gonna help you, because I don't know, and some of y'all probably know this. If you've been noticing, Unreal Engine 5 has been having a lot of issues with some of these games they've been trying to make.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially when it comes to promising things and not being able to keep it up. Like, Unreal Engine 5 just ain't it, and now they're talking about they finally got stuff to optimize. I'm like, yeah, y'all should have had that before y'all put that system out.
Yeah.
Instead of showing that what was that 30-minute demo about how the geometry of rocks, you probably should have been trying to make your stuff optimized.
But here's my thing though. It's like, okay, Halo, no matter how much of a blemish it has on its name, what it did for gaming cannot be taken away.
Yeah,
it can't be understated at all. Like it did a lot for gaming, especially on the multiplayer first-person shooter side of things, right? So, but when we look at, okay, on paper, yes, this looks crazy because you would have never thought to see an Xbox game on PlayStation ever, right?
Not that one.
Especially not that one.
Yeah.
So I understand that side of it. But when we look at all of Xbox's franchises, the only one that doesn't have stank on it really is Forza.
Yep.
So that's where I'm like,
and Forza already went over there.
Yes, Forza's already there, which it did very well.
Yeah.
So, which is amazing because I'm curious how well it did over Gran Turismo that's been there for a while. But
I think that's why it did well, because people was pissed off with Gran Turismo. That's why I think it did well. They were like, man, but once again, if anybody knows anything about anything, competition is always better for everybody, as far 100%. As creativity is concerned.
Yep. So I mean, at this point, look, I take my hat off to Xbox for seeing the writing on the wall. even if you had to be forced. But all in all, hopefully this works out for them. I don't think it will, because as much as Sony fanboys like to tout that their games are this, that, and the third, we can look at their sales numbers and say they don't buy too much of nothing. That ain't cinematic. So I don't know where their fan base is going to go. Even when we know this is coming to Switch later down the line, I think people keep forgetting this console just came out. Like it hasn't been on the market this entire time.
And I don't think they gave them a dev kit.
No, like they have to have one for Indiana Jones, but that doesn't mean the entire team or the different
that don't mean the entire team has it.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure they did not give that to the Halo team.
No, probably didn't. But I mean, because they probably look, I'm not giving it to them either. But but even if, let's say this was the first one coming out versus Indiana Jones, we've always said there's a gap that needs to be filled on the Switch. It's just you got to be the right one to fill it. Because like Doom's been there, like, but Doom's not like an arena shooter. Like they got rid of multiplayer, but there has to be a game that does it well. Doesn't necessarily need a name per se, but it just needs to be doing it well. And unfortunately, Halo doesn't seem to be doing that, because if I'm not mistaken, they also mentioned this one doesn't have multiplayer. This is just a single player campaign.
It's just a campaign. Yeah, it's just a campaign.
So problem right there in itself. So
well, I think for people like that, like the lore and of stuff of Halo that don't really care about that, they're gonna be fine. But the other thing about that too is, they made their bread and butter off of multiplayer. But to be fair, not until the second one, because the second one was where it blew up. Halo 2 was where it blew up, where the online, but then it took away dual wielding.
But it's crazy because the single player is dope, right? I
completed the first three single players off chain.
Because I beat Halo 1 and 2. I never beat 3, but I beat Halo 1 and 2. You have this one releasing, and I don't know if this is going to be like a continued process of like, okay, this is the first one, then we're going to do it again with the second one, we're going to do it again with the third one until we get something together. I don't think they should either. I'm just saying, like,
because you already got Master Chief Collection, don't do that. Unless
like they care.
unless this Unreal Engine 5 thing, unless they figured out how to make Unreal Engine 5 work spectacularly with it, I don't think they should touch it. Especially two.
So I don't know the direction here. I think there are better IPs that can come to the Switch 2 that are dormant than the ones that are active. And right now, I think they got like 3 active right now for the most part.
Yeah.
With Gears, Halo, and Forza, because I don't even count Dead Rising at this point because it goes everywhere now, because that's Capcom's.
Yeah, that's
Capcom's. So because I always associate it with Xbox until it started going over to PlayStation as well. So, but I think Dead Rising would do very well on the Switch because it's more of an arcadey style situation. But I don't know. We've mentioned Cameo, we've mentioned Jade Empire before. I think even Crimson Skies would do well, but they have to be willing to bring those games out the woodwork. And I mean, I think I would assume they're still bringing Hellblade 2 because they brought the first one over to Switch.
Yeah, and they probably want the money. So that's one thing I would give Xbox. They're not like Capcom. They're not allergic to money.
Yeah,
they're not allergic to money at all. RJ, you are absolutely right. That's what I've been asking people too. Like, I thought y'all said these games are kiddie. Why would you want to play kiddie games on your system? And especially Sony, y'all wouldn't even buy Astrobot.
No.
What made me think y'all gonna buy Luigi's Mansion 3? Y'all not finna buy
that. They're not buying Nintendo games because, like I said, they've been clowning Nintendo games for how long now?
Yeah, and secretly playing them. Oh, my bad. My bad. I wasn't supposed to say that. Sorry. I apologize for that. But I saw the round table. I saw the trailer. I saw the little gameplay thing of the beachhead. I'm like, it looks like Halo 1. It does. It looks like it's been they up the graphics. So hey, it is what it is. In that regard. I don't know how to feel about it, but I knew this was coming.
Yeah, we knew it was coming.
I knew it was coming. It wasn't. Yeah. You should not be surprised.
Yeah.
you should not be surprised if you are a gamer and have been paying attention to gaming, especially since 7th Gen. You should not be surprised by this at all.
No,
you knew it was coming.
I mean,
I
Phil
think
pretty much told you at this point.
Because to be fair, like to be honest, I'm like that's what they had to do. That in Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter what you feel about Game Pass, I'm like, because even me, I was using Game Pass when I was on Game Pass like that. I was using it as a rental service.
Yep.
I play the games, and if it was somewhere else I thought it played better, I'd play it over there. That's what I did. I'm not even gonna lie about it. That's what I did. And now there were some games that I played on Game Pass that I bought on Xbox because I'm like, okay, cool. Because they'll give you a discount. So I'm like, cool. I'll just buy it here because one, it'll probably play better here anyway. So that's what it is. But yeah, I don't see Nintendo doing this because they don't have to.
I think that's the part that a lot of people are missing. Well, not a lot, but let's say those on Twitter are missing.
Because one, their games don't cost that much to make.
No.
Nintendo ain't spending no $100 million on no doggone game. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not going to have no blockbuster movie budget for a game. They're not going to do that. I think what their most expensive one was Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom wasn't even that expensive. Not as expensive as Breath of the Wild was.
From what I'm hearing, it sounds like Metroid is the one that's the big moneymaker right now. The one that's the biggest budget.
And I promise that thing ain't even touching 100 mil.
Apparently it is. Because of the time frame. Because of the time frame.
Oh, the time frame. Oh,
yeah.
Well, if you're adding all of that together, then possibly because they did have to restart it. But if you're talking about just like
straight up,
straight up, nah. But yeah, I'm sitting here looking. I'm like, they don't spend like that. So you're not gonna have a situation like a Spider-Man 2 situation.
No,
you're not gonna have a Halo situation for like 5 and Infinite. You're not gonna have that situation.
I can foresee it changing now that they're jumping into 4K.
But even I can see not by the links to the
Sony standards. No.
They're not doing that.
Them jokers ridiculous.
Yeah, they'll take all the voice acting out.
I don't know, man. I mean, at this point, Nintendo has been leading the charge, and even with the very, very, very well curated posts that I'm seeing of like, oh, Sony's been running it since the PS1. I'm like, I like how y'all like the Fandangle and say, oh, it's the last standing powerful console. I'm like, what does powerful mean?
Yeah, that doesn't like it, what does it mean? Because like half your stuff don't do what y'all say it can do.
Correct. So yes.
What does powerful actually mean?
You shouldn't even have a Pro right now. You should still be on the base 5, and it should still be doing very, very well.
Yeah, but look at that attachment ratio. Look at that attachment ratio. I mean, that'll tell the story right there.
Look, I already know majority of the PS5 owners that I know, it was for Madden 2K and wrestling. They don't do the other games. They really don't. They buy these consoles for the sports games every generation. Yeah. And they get every last one of them as they release every year. And that's just what they do. That's their wow. That's how I put it. That's their wow. That's their World of Warcraft.
Gotcha. Okay.
So is their go-to. So when you look at what games should be up top, it ain't Sony's games. And that's one thing that always kind of it bothered me, not from the ones that communicate and go crazy for Sony, but for those that support it in a way to where it's not, those games are not the successful ones, right? Like if I look at a top 10 for PS5 games, I would almost guarantee you there's maybe one, if even one, that's in that top 10 for them. And it's crazy to me. Like that's nuts. That like you should like Last of Us, as much as it's been released, Ghost of Tsushima and Yote, like all they should be at the top. I don't get why they're not, but I don't know. Like, and this is coming from somebody that went a PS5 to get Astrobot.
Yeah. I don't know what to say about that because it's just like, bro, the attachment rate just ain't there, so you're not buying it. It's not there. I wish it was, but but it ain't. So
No.
I mean, but there is one thing that I will say this, that it's, even though I've said this for years, and I know Wada said it for years before he passed away, that look, everything don't need to be 100 hours, don't
No.
need to be open world, everything don't need to be that. And so now we got an actual dev actually saying, a former God of War dev is actually saying it, like, look, maybe we should make smaller games so, you know, we can actually make some money.
I mean,
like, duh.
and
Duh.
but that's I don't know when we strayed away from that, because it's not like it was ever a non-successful formula. Like when we got, what was it, when we started getting Xbox Live Arcade games, people were going crazy for those games. There's AA games that are still touted as better than some AAA games. So I don't know why you as a studio would not do those little games, those AAA single A games, until your big hitter comes out, opposed to just having your fan base sitting there looking crazy.
My thing is, when I realized it was messed up was when Naughty Dog, when somebody asked Naughty Dog, "Are y'all gonna do another Jack and Daxter?" And they said, "We do mature games now." Like, what the hell does that mean?
That means.
Like, what does that mean?
I don't even know what that means. A mature game?
Yeah. So they I guess they want to be taken seriously as a mature studio. They do mature storytelling. They do, like, I'm like, what does that even mean? Because I'm reading this article. I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, Jack and Daxter makes money.
Very much so.
Like, Sly Cooper makes money. But when they went to the HD era, a lot of that stuff just was like, oh, it got termed kiddie or casual. That's when, like, casual became a damn near a slur.
Yeah, it's a slur at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're like, but dude, there's nothing wrong with games like that. Triple M, it wasn't David Jaffe. This was Morgan Junio.
Who the hell is that?
She worked on God of War from 3 to Ragnarok, to the new one in Ragnarok.
Okay. So, yeah, I ain't never heard that name.
But that's the thing. It's like, when they said that, I'm like, okay, I see what the problem is. And then if you noticed, around that 7th gen, around the Wii era, and then even in the Wii U, that's when it really started getting that divide of, I'm hardcore, this is casual. Casual means kiddie. We do real. And the problem is that train of thought is what got Sony in this mess they in now, because they had a bunch of a list of exclusives on par with Nintendo. They had Square Enix to themselves.
Yeah.
To themselves. And they had a bunch of exclusives. They had Spyro. They had Crash. That was theirs. And they let all of it go.
You want to know what's funny about that, though? So they essentially did what Sega did, but the difference was they jumped full on into that cinematic mature nonsense, to where Sega was like, we got those games, but we also got like the Sonic still. We still got the stylistic, the arcadey type stuff, but we're also hitting them over the head with 16-bit. This, that, like, like they were like, okay, we are for the cool kids and for like the teenagers, but they never skewed away from what they originally were.
But Sony did, because Sony did. Sony was trying to keep up with Microsoft. Well, Microsoft, dude, we got money too.
Man,
no, y'all don't. No, y'all don't.
Boy, that's like contest.
That's like Michael Jordan saying he can go band for band with Bill Gates.
Nah,
that ain't happening, bro.
He know better than that.
That's not happening.
He know better than that.
And I like Michael Jordan. That's not happening. You're not going band for band with Bill Gates.
Nah,
you're not. No. That just ain't gonna happen. So they did that, and like I said, when I read that article, and that I want to say that was around 2009 or 10, because I remember the reason why I remember it, because it was right after I read that article from the Stamper Brothers about they should have never took the money. They should have stayed with Nintendo. And I'm like, so, what is going on with gaming? That's when I realized. So, and then you got Neil Druckmann with The Last of Us doing The Last of Us 1. How many times they done remade that game? 4, 5.
Boy, that game gonna forever stay around. That's the new Resident Evil 4.
Basically, yeah.
For sure.
And, so they dump their money into, we got to make these expansive cinematic games. But the problem is, your fan base ain't buying them like that, which is what happened with Spider-Man 2. They're not buying it like that. You spent $300 million on this game, and it's not an evergreen title.
Well, here's the thing, and I think it ties into something Jay Biggs was saying too, about their style and how they've always been. The difference from them then and now, we always associated those other games with them, even though those studios didn't belong to Sony. Like we always associated Spyro, Crash, Final Fantasies, I always associated that with Sony. And so, like, even though their stuff has always been cinematic like that, we saw those other games and it was exclusive to them. So therefore, we were like, oh, that's PlayStation. Now those things are multi-plat at this point in time. And to your point, look, there's nothing wrong with like cinematic games. Like if it's got a great story, great gameplay, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just when it's your bread and butter and you continue to keep eating that bread and butter, eventually people get tired of it and it gets stale. Because it's almost as if Sony forgot that they're making video games. Like they
forgot where they came from.
That too. Like especially when they got rid of like Japan studio. Like
that made no sense.
Like that's when I knew for a fact like they already forgot how this goes. So I don't know what was being made. I don't know what they're getting in return. Because even right now, I'll tell anybody, I've tried every Horizon game. I've tried all of them. The only one that I somewhat stayed around for the most part was the VR one. But the thing is, now they're getting ready to do a TV show with Horizon, right?
Yeah, I heard about that.
So to me, I would like to think that they're getting a decent enough return to pull stuff off like that. But at the same time, if I'm talking about Sony franchises, there's maybe 2 or 3 that people really care about. And as God of War, Last of Us, and Spider-Man. Wolverine may step into that fray if he performs well.
But that's not theirs.
But it's not theirs. And that was my next point. Like Spider-Man and Wolverine don't belong to them. So in reality, it's Last of Us and God of War because I don't think Uncharted's coming back. I think Naughty Dog's done with them.
Yeah, I think that's if it comes back, it's gonna come back with another studio. It's not gonna be.
It has to. Yeah. So when I'm looking at IPs for Sony, Astro Bot, Horizon, Last of Us, God of War, Jack and I guess you could still count Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, you can still count it because they did come out with another one.
Yeah, so, they did.
Little Big Planet wasn't well received, but yeah.
Well, that's their own damn fault. But anyway, like so I mean they have IPs. It's just a lot of them don't gain a lot of traction.
Yeah,
and that's the unfortunate side of it.
And it's their fault.
It is. It is. And
like I said,
I would never throw them bail because they were the ones that dropped the ball on this one. Because to me, we should be having a conversation, and this is just me. Like there should be a conversation between Xbox and Sony, like this back and forth of Indiana Jones versus Tomb Raider versus Uncharted, two of which would belong to Xbox, but still, like it should be those 3. The 3-way, like, and they come in different ways, and people enjoying those type of games and those excursions in those games. But now Tomb Raider, Laura's pretty much gone. I don't know where Laura is. Like
I think what hurt them was that movie. That movie didn't do good. The animated one did
well.
Did great, and they're finna do that TV series. But I'm like, those movies haven't done well. And the other thing about it too is, once again, this was basically female Indiana Jones.
That was it. Yeah.
And like the problem with Uncharted could work because I don't understand why they act like they can't make another one. It's just, you just tell them the next the
next story.
The next story. It sounds like because people were complaining when people finished Metroid Dread. Spoiler: Samus becomes the last Metroid. But the thing is, you just tell she's a bounty hunter. The next
That's
bounty.
it.
That this ain't no. Oh my god, the story's not finished. Nah, it's never finished.
It's open ended.
Yeah,
Always.
It's never finished. You can still come up with a story because she's a what? Bounty hunter.
As long as you don't kill them off, you're fine.
Yeah, you're fine. There's always going to be another planet for the blow. I mean, you'll see about. Space Pirates ain't going nowhere. So
look, Uncharted was one of the very few IPs that I deal with Sony. Yeah. Now 3 kind of pissed me off a little bit because that it came in a bad time because that was really that zombie era.
Yeah.
And then for anybody that's ever gotten to the end and beaten Uncharted 3, like you get to the end and now you're just fighting these skeleton zombies at the end. I'm like, what the hell? Like, all right. So, but that was my only gripe with that game. 4, love 4. I never played I tried the spinoff with the 2 chicks, but I never finished it. But ultimately, Uncharted was my game. Like Uncharted was my game. Ratchet and Clank's always been my game. Astro's been my game. But like you said, they dropped the ball at Ratchet, and I think ultimately where they dropped the ball at Ratchet, they lied.
And the fact I don't think they wanted to do it.
They probably didn't want to do it.
Think they wanted to do it. They did it because like fans was getting on their case. To be honest, fans
they
were like, hey, why didn't you make this? Why? Because remember, it was them. It was that one and Sly Cooper. Because people still because Sly Cooper was supposed to have a movie.
They still talking about Sly. That's been hitting Twitter since the past week.
So I'm like, they were supposed to have a movie. The movie got canned apparently, and so they were like, okay, well, where's the game? Where's the game? Where's the game? And they were like, okay, just give them Ratchet and Clank. And like, I'm sitting here like, I don't know what the world happened to y'all, but this ain't it. And then I'm sitting up looking at certain games like Infamous.
Hey, look, I'm going on record. We should have more of Infamous and should have never gotten Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That was your superhero.
The messed up thing about Spider-Man is, Spider-Man doesn't technically belong to them, but they do have that deal, which I think is coming up soon.
Right.
Again, because I don't think Marvel re-upped it. But the problem is they spend too much money.
Way too much.
Like, and once again, it's Spider-Man. It's not, you don't have to have an open world New York. You don't really have to do that. You don't. You can just make a straightforward action game. I mean, I'll put it to you like this. Everybody saw Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Dark Order. Everybody saw Marvel's Avengers. Which one you think did better?
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint. It wasn't the one that was a superhero looter shooter.
Right.
It wasn't that one.
Yeah.
That they immediately put on sale because it wasn't selling. So sometimes you don't need to make stuff harder than it is. Sometimes simplicity is the best thing to go with.
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head, right? To where I don't know if Sony has something against this or if they just don't care to do it as much. Start giving these games to other studios, like hand the game out for the other studios and make it, because the two biggest franchises that they have come from some of the two best developers they have, and that's Sucker Punch and Naughty Dog. And both of them are like, oh, well, we want to go a different direction. Like, y'all are the top dogs at Sony. So cool. You don't want to do another Infamous? Send like a B team to go and do Infamous. Like, you don't need the whole squad on whatever your next project is. Same thing with Naughty Dog. Like, it's not that, okay, these franchises can never go away. It's about having a stake in the game of Sony will never have a Mario. Like, they will never have a Mario. Hell, they will never have a DK. Like, it's because they don't hold on to nothing. It's like like, I don't know who to associate with them. They could have. But I don't know who to associate them with, because a lot of people say, oh, what about Astro? Well, Astro can easily go the way of Little Big Planet. It don't take long.
Yeah, because they didn't support it. Like the fan base didn't support it.
No, I'm about to say they did everything for Little Big Planet. That Joker had racers.
Yeah,
like
but the fan
they didn't show up.
Base wasn't buying it.
Yeah, that's
say what you will, people buy Mario. Say what
sure.
you will, people buy DK. Say what you will, like they buy it. Like
Mario Kart, all of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to show support. And if you ain't gonna do it, then yeah. I mean, Zodi, you're right. I mean, the only one you can probably say is Kratos, but do you really want Kratos as your mascot?
No,
not really.
Because that's not somebody that's inviting into that.
No,
you don't. You will never see Kratos up there with Pikachu and Mario.
No.
No.
Especially not the young one.
No. Like I said, the closest thing you get to somebody that's insane that likes to fight like that is Goku. That's the closest thing you're gonna get, but that's because of his appeal.
Yeah, and everybody loves Goku just because
everybody loves
Goku. Yeah, it's Goku. We know he's gonna say something stupid and save everybody.
Yeah, anybody gonna pay attention to that crazy nut Kratos? Like, it's not something that you can market, and that unfortunately that's just what it is. You got to make money in this game, so Kratos is not marketable. Neither is right now. Neither is Astro. Like, Astro is a blank face. There's nothing that Astro can build upon right now, because if you think about the game, as much as I loved it and as much as I ride for that game, it is strictly nostalgia. It does not have a life of its own without the nostalgia right now. Now they can create it, but it doesn't.
It needs that nostalgia. It really does need it. I mean, that's what they wanted it to be. They wanted people to remember what PlayStation was, and like, bruh,
cool.
I don't think your fan base cares.
they really don't. But it's like
you've told them for over 2 gaming generations that this isn't what you're supposed to like.
Thank you.
You're not supposed to like this. You're supposed to like mature and drab colors, and you're supposed to like roguelikes, and you're supposed to like stuff that's supposedly hard. Even though I dare I played that original TMNT game on NES.
That was just unfair.
You think Souls? You think Souls is a hard game? You think Dark Souls is a hard game? Play the original. Play Battletoads.
That game was just unfair.
So miss me with that nonsense. But
yeah, they just don't have a leg to stand on at this point. And unfortunately, like I said, Astro, they need to start pivoting him to his own game at this point. Not saying that he didn't just have his own game, but to me, I don't count that as his game. If I got 3 or 4 levels that pay homage to Ape Escape, God of War, Uncharted, like,
it was like a love letter.
Yeah, that's all it is. But don't put him in that box, because you're gonna screw yourself. Yeah. So get him out of box in that next game, because right now, while it was a love letter, they pissed off a whole section of the fan base with VR, because that's where Astro started. So when people found out that this wasn't a flat version and a VR version, they were pissed off. So it's like, okay, I'm not buying the game because you didn't put it on VR.
Yeah.
So you just alienated a fan base that actually are the ones that support Astro.
Yeah.
So
which once again, that's how you know it's suits and not gamers that are in control over Sony and Microsoft. It's suits, because
it is.
Like, love him or hate him, Iwata wasn't a suit.
Right.
He just wasn't. Like, he would roll up his sleeves and help code.
Yeah.
He did it. So if they were behind, he would roll up his sleeves and help.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. So before we get out of here, I did want to, because this did happen last week. So now people are clamoring for the virtual console. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The loud discourse was during the Wii U, during the AJ and the Wii U era. We don't want virtual. I don't want to pay for these games, right? That's how I heard it. We don't want to pay for these games. I shouldn't have to be made to pay for these games. Why am I having to pay for these games? We should have a service that just lets us play them. Fast forward to now. I shouldn't have to pay for this service. This isn't fair. Y'all locking this behind a paywall. I don't agree with this. This is anti-consumer. That's not what anti-consumer means. This is anti-consumer. I want a virtual console. Why won't you just let me have a virtual console? Because you said you didn't want it. You said you didn't want it. It's not fair that y'all are making me pay for this. You got to pay for everything, bro.
Everything. You got to pay for the console that you want this service on.
Do you not know how much server maintenance costs? Because I do.
Care. They don't care,
bro. Ain't nobody gonna be paying for that. Ain't nobody gonna eat the cost on that. No. You're gonna have to pay something. You're gonna have to pay something.
Yeah. I tried to hear somebody out, and he was like, no, y'all remembering it wrong. It wasn't that we didn't want to pay for it, it was the prices. And I'm like, no,
that's not what was said. I
that's
remember
not what happened.
Yeah,
I was like, now there was a small majority that didn't agree with the pricing. I was like, but here's my thing. Like, pricing is subjective across the board.
Yeah,
I can't determine what the price is for. I can't determine that value. So, for example, fine example. If I came to you and I say, hey, look, Jay, here is, I want you to pay me $5 for Bubble Bobble. And you're like, okay, cool, for Super Nintendo. If we're talking value, there's no way I'm charging you $5 for Chrono Trigger as well.
Yeah.
But the way they were doing it, I would think what was, if I remember correctly, it was what all of the system games were at the same price. It just depended on the system.
Yeah, because that's why the whole thing with Sega happened. Because that's why Sega was like, we're not doing this again.
Correct. Yeah.
And they had to pay out Sega to put the Genesis on here on Switch on NSO. So yeah, that's why you had to pay a little bit because of that. That was one of the reasons why you had to pay, because Sega was like, we're not doing this again, because they weren't making no money.
Yeah,
because people wasn't buying it.
Think about nostalgia. Like, most people that game now, for the most part, they were not around for that. So that nostalgia don't buy into them. Mm-hmm. So now you're asking anybody to say, okay, cool, go pick up, I don't know, Toe Jam and Earl. Most people ain't playing no damn Toe Jam and Earl. Like, and
let's be real, you're not gonna play that original Aladdin or the original Lion King. You really gonna break a controller,
right? Exactly. Like, you're just not doing it. And I get it, nostalgia, preservation, all them little fancy words you want to throw out there. But when it comes down to it, and I think what Miyamoto, the quote that he got misquoted on just recently about the museum, he was right. Like, it's sad that we don't have a way for games to stay around in this original form, because we're forever. And unfortunately, like, there's no way for you to take your NES cartridge and have a brand new console and pop that bad boy in. Like, you can't keep NESs on store shelves. You just can't.
No. Are you really willing to pay for it? Like, some of them things go for $1,500.
Exactly.
Are you really willing to pay for it? No, you're not.
And if you ask most of these people, and if they were to truly keep it a buck, they'll buy it for nostalgic reasons, but they're not finishing the game.
No.
Like, those games, most of those games don't hold up.
Mm-mm.
They genuinely do not hold up. I saw somebody the other day was like, oh, do not play Final Fantasy VII Integrate before you play the original Final Fantasy VII. Are you stupid? There's no way in the world I'm playing that original Final Fantasy VII.
No, and even these new kids ain't playing that.
They're not playing.
They're not gonna play that.
I'm not playing it, and I was alive when it came out. Like, I'm not playing that game because it don't hold up well. I
played it when it first came out, and I'm like, yeah, this ain't gonna work.
No, like,
it's just not gonna work. Now it would work if they had went and like made some modifications to it.
Yeah,
but not in this. It's not gonna work like that. So no, I mean, sometimes it goes back to that old saying, be careful what you ask for, you just might get it.
Yeah.
And people don't want to gamers do not want to take accountability for the words that come out of their mouth.
Yeah, they don't. They never do.
And they will pretend that they didn't say that or they weren't a part of it. Yes, you were.
Yeah, you were part of that loud minority.
that loud minority that just had to have things they way. And I'm like, bro, it's a business. This ain't a charity, dude.
I should have options. Well, yeah, you do have the option.
You
Go
do.
to the pawn shops and try to find the old game and play it that way.
Yeah.
That's your option.
Or you can actually just pay for NSO, get it.
Yeah.
And because like they even put online on most of these games that did not have it originally. They made changes. Of course, once again, they don't tell you. They just want you to find out.
Well, see, no, they told you about the online thing though. Like that was why it wasn't so like, oh, we're just gonna drop them. They are doing things for these games to be more modern, if you will.
Yeah, because when they first did it, they didn't.
Oh yeah, they didn't say nothing when they first.
They didn't say nothing. Then it was like, okay, fine, whatever. Because what was it? What game was the when they did Smash on 64 NSO?
Mm-hmm.
When they was like, yeah, you can play online. Like, wait, what? Wait, what?
Yeah.
And then magically we got GoldenEye and Perfect Dark. Like, bet it's on the profit now. So yeah, I'm like, yeah.
And I wish we had numbers for those too, because it's like when you beg for it.
F-Zero. I want the numbers for F-Zero.
Yeah,
that's the one I want numbers for.
Now I would say F-099 is still popping, but when it comes down to like just the original F-Zero, even on the Game Boy Advance, like that, and that's why like I don't pay people no attention with that mess, because they use it as argument bait. Because it's like, okay,
that's true.
My console has this, and this. Like, I get it. Everybody here wants to ensure that their $450+ console that they pay for gets its worth. They get their worth out of it. Yeah. But you getting on social media trying to brag about something that you either don't care for or that you don't even plan to play just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you won't hear me bragging about, NSO just got Forsaken on the 64. More games coming in the 6. I don't care about Forsaken. I've never played it. Don't plan on playing it. Like, this is not my thing. But I'm not bragging about it just because it's there.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too is like I think when it comes down to like people like doing this, it's like you're not making things better.
No.
You're just not. So it always goes back to what is your solution? You don't have one.
Exactly. Like I said,
to pay. You're not willing to pay. That's number one. You're not willing to pay. Because the virtual console did come back. You're gonna have to pay. And some of these games, you're just gonna have to pay money for it. Hey, it is what it is. So I wish there was a clear cut and an easy way to do it, but I'm like, bro, I think to me personally, NSO it's worth the pay. How much you pay for it? They're constantly bringing games to it. It's not like they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are there some games I wish they would bring? Yeah, I would love to see Beautiful Joe on the GameCube one. Y'all know me for the longest. I was saying GameCube should have been on the Wii U. The GameCube, they should have had a version for the of it on GameCube Virtual Console. Should have been there.
Mm-hmm.
And Switch, I was like, where is the GameCube NSO?
Yep.
Like I was saying, GameCube or Dreamcast NSO need to be there. So I'm like, yeah, I would love to see Beautiful Joe 1 and 2. I would love to see Eternal Darkness, because I still think we're gonna probably get Eternal Darkness. But yeah, I would love to see that. But we're gonna have to wait. I would love to see Star Fox Adventures on Dinosaur Planet, which I do think is gonna come at some point.
I would imagine so.
But it's just one of those situations where, like, dude, I think this is the best option they came up with.
Yeah.
And I think it works.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't want to pay for nothing, then that's a decision you as an individual make. You can't get mad at that for them for not offering the other thing that you claim you want now, but 7-8 years ago you didn't want.
People don't know what they want, man. Like, that's what they, as a business. If I was a business owner in this gaming space, I would listen to those that bought the game and like try to genuinely hear them out and have a conversation with them. But for those that ain't bought squat, I'm not paying attention to you. Like, you didn't buy nothing from me. So why are you appealing to me at all? Like, I get the narrative is try to bring in as many people as possible. To be honest with you, people have kind of drawn the line in the sand. Like there's no convincing them to go one way or the other. Right now, you see a lot of people gravitating towards PC because I mean that's where Xbox and PlayStation games are going. But then you see them kind of hit in reverse once they realize, oh, I'm not built for the PC side of the house because there's not just no pop in and play with PC.
Nope. There's a lot of stuff you gotta do yourself.
Well, there's so much stupid stuff that come with PC. I was literally, kid you not, real quick, turn on Steam Deck yesterday. Had to update it. So I'm all right, cool, whatever. Update the Steam Deck, and I have Decky downloaded on my Steam Deck, so it does some cool stuff. Like you can do some customization as far as like your splash screen, how your games look, and then also too they had something really cool with Steam DB to where any game that you look at, they have a rating up top. So it's like platinum, gold, bronze, and that would determine how well the game runs on the Steam Deck, a la something Steam should have been doing. So, but the thing is, for whatever reason, it crashed. So there's options to restart, like put it on hold, whatever. But there is constant issues, and even with certain games, it's like, all right, cool, you got to go in there and you got to tinker. I playing the Digimon Time Stranger demo. I was like, I'm gonna try it out. Turn it on. The font is horrible, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, I'm going through all the settings, trying to figure it out. So of course, got to go Google. Oh, you got to turn off the TAA on the console. So you turn it off, font's fine. I'm like, what the hell? Like stuff like that. Like some people are not built to have to go through and Google everything or just have to tinker. They just want it to work. They just want it to play. They call it a day. And unfortunately, PC has not reached that. And unless they have like a closed off PC situation, it ain't gonna ever happen.
No, it's not. I mean, but it is what it is. But and people will learn the hard way.
Yep.
They're just gonna have to learn the hard way. But oh well, it is what it is. I just thought that was interesting. I thought that was interesting because you're like, wait a minute, y'all complained about this when you had it.
Yep.
So they listened, came up with an alternative. Now you mad at the alternative because you feel like you shouldn't have to pay for nothing.
It's an alternative.
That's not how this works, man.
You asked for the alternative though.
Yeah.
You said that you wanted a service. Mm-hmm. Now I was going back to well, I would pay. I much rather pay for these games so I can keep them. Hey, but didn't you just say digital isn't you owning? So yeah. You want them to give you physical NSO games?
I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't want to pay for the original cartridge.
Boy,
you don't want to pay for that. You don't want to pay for the original cartridge of Killer Instinct on SNES. You don't want to pay for that. You don't want to pay for a cartridge of A Link to the Past. You don't want to pay for that.
All right.
You know how much them cartridges are costing. You will take this NSO and be quiet. if you complaining about $70 and $80, I don't think you want to. I don't think you don't need to be having that conversation.
Right.
You don't need to be having that conversation.
Speaking of which, chat question for y'all, and this question be for you too. What game that is currently on NSO or that should be on NSO would you buy physical for the Switch? If they made a Switch cartridge for this game, would you buy physical?
That's from NSO?
So, like, let's say for example, you mentioned Eternal Darkness. Mm-hmm. Instead of putting it on NSO, well, they put it on NSO, but they also say, hey, look, for those of you that like ownership, you like to own everything, you feel like, oh, I own it and this is mine, we're gonna release a physical copy of it. Would you buy it?
The only one I would do like that, if they would offer it, would probably be Skies of Arcadia Legends. And the reason why I say that is because I've seen how much that thing costs. Physical copy. If they have it, I've seen how much it costs. I would rather if they even if they say $60, $70, I'll buy it for 70. Because
really
70 is less than 280.
Oh, understood. I didn't expect you to say you would pay 70 for Eternal Darkness. Now, mind you, this ain't changing nothing with the game. It ain't upgraded in any way. This is a GameCube Eternal Darkness.
But I've seen how much.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Games cost, and I'm like, bruh, Like if I had to pick, because you can find a GameCube and probably like Star Fox Adventure, Eternal Darkness. You could probably find those for right around a good price, probably around like between $50 and $90. You can kind of find it depending on where you go.
I just saw
like,
one the other day.
But like Skies of Arcadia, that I have not seen one under $250.
And you're not.
What is the Smash Bros. Melee? Have not seen one under $250.
Especially if it's complete. No.
Yep. So there's certain games like I haven't seen Star Fox Adventure. I would love to see that. But sometimes Time Splitters 3 and probably Prince of Persia 3 is probably my favorite threes from that 6th gen.
See, that's my thing. Like, you would have to be 6th gen and up for me to even remotely think about buying you, because it is to me 5th and down just didn't hold up for me. Yeah, so it would have to be 6
a lot of those games. A lot of those games, you'd have to change. You'd have to modernize it for modern controls, because like the people are used to the controls we have now.
Yep, exactly.
Like, yeah, I'm glad that Nintendo sold the Genesis controller, the SNES, and the N64 and GameCube controllers, because I like it, because it makes me feel like I'm actually playing on my original system.
There you go.
But I understand why a lot of people don't like that, because guess what? They've only played on DualShock 3 and Xbox, and you know that's why they got mad at the Wii, because they're like, man, we need standard controls. What the hell is standard controls?
Ain't nothing standard about controls.
Ain't nothing standard. Like, what are you talking about? It's just like that weird the gaming standard is 1080p 60 frames a second. There was never a standard for that.
Never.
And on top of that, you were saying this back in the 7th gen, where most of that stuff was 540p.
Yep.
It just up-resed. And it, most time wasn't even up-res at 1080. It was up-res at 720. If we're being honest.
Yep.
So
you get your Star Fox from your favorite store for $28.49.
Adventures on Dinosaur Planet?
Star Fox Adventures, yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
At GameStop, because they went back in their retro bag. Because trust me, I almost walked out again. The last time I went to GameStop, my son went to go over there and look at Pokemon cards. Last time I walked in, I almost walked out that bad boy with a PlayStation 3 or either a 360. I'm on because the price wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Okay. It was like $100 or something. But I almost walked out. The only reason why I didn't, because all the games was like 15 and below. Like all the games like 15 and below.
Okay, that's good.
The only reason why I didn't, because there's one game I want to play, and it's stuck. It's stuck on 7th gen. But the price for that game is freaking ridiculous. And that is Blitz the League 2.
Oh yeah.
That is a undercard beloved game that got dogged out. And when I tell you that game is like 100+ anywhere you look for it, you got to find a sucker to like to sell you that game for lower than $100, because it's ridiculous right now. But I was this close to just saying, you know what, we got a PS3, boys, or we got a 360. Now granted, they had the white one. Well, no, they actually did have a what it was like the Xbox E, or whatever it was. Yeah. So I had one of those, but yeah, but if I could find me a Blitz the League 2, just for me and the boys to play it, because the boys were like, we see the videos and they're like, but it looks so much fun. Like you getting hurt and then just doing like injections on the sideline just to get back in the game. And the storyline is crazy. Like, it's nuts.
That reminds me of NBA Street. Man, I miss EA Tiburon. I miss EA Tiburon. But all right, peeps. We're going to call it a show. Thank you, everybody in chat, for coming through. We appreciate you. As always, we're here 7 p.m. Sunday, Eastern Standard Time. It's almost that time of year. This year been flying, dude. We're about to get into our award season, so.
Oh, you already know what time it is for that.
Oh boy, it's gonna be on and popping this year. But yeah, we'll be giving more information out as that comes out, because I did get the email from the Game Awards saying that to sign up for the list, so we can get on it to do our live reaction, because we got to do it every year. So
sure. That's the staple at this point.
Yeah. So as long as Joseph there, I'm gonna be all right. So
hey,
as long as Joseph there.
That's the dude right there.
Yeah.
That's my man.
I'm like, last year when he made them put the camera on his kids, I'm like, yes.
Hey,
yes.
If they ain't hosting this year, I'm gonna be upset. Yeah. I need them babies to host.
So that was awesome. But so I'll be giving out more information the closer we get to that. Because dude, next week November hits. So
that is crazy.
Yeah, next week.
Man, I feel like just yesterday we were waiting, anticipating on what the Switch 2 was gonna look like. And now we're in November.
Basically, essentially, Friday is Halloween, and then Saturday is November. You're like, bro, where is this year going? So,
that's crazy.
Anything you want to pimp out?
Nah, I'm cool, man. I'm getting tired of saying that I'm gonna do a video and ain't done it. So okay. I ain't gonna sit here and hang it over your head like that.
Gotcha. All right. I don't have anything planned, so just keep your eye on the site. If something does come up, I'll probably post some stuff. I do need to do a couple boss battle vids. So and I think I got a Shinobi one if it works. But yeah, I'll probably throw some stuff up this week. Just check back on the channel. If you're not, make sure to follow us. You can follow us on Discord or Blue Sky and Twitter. That's usually where you'll find. I know where you find me at. Usually posting and stuff. So it is what it is. But we will catch you guys next Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace out, people.
Peace.